Hi everyone, welcome to this video on how to customize the filter UI of Syncfusion Angular Tree Grid. In this video, I will show you how to replace the default text box component with the drop-down list in the filter bar, filter menu, and Excel-like filter. I am using the sample application used in the video how to work with filtering options of Angular Tree Grid. You can get this filtering samples link from the description of this video to quick start the programming. Also, you can watch my how to work with filtering options video, which I shared in the YouTube card. Let me show you how to customize the filter UI. You can customize the filter UI for a column with your own custom components by using the filter template option. The filter template option is applicable for the filter bar, menu, and the Excel-like filter. Now, let me show you how to add a drop-down list component to the default filter bar UI in the tree grid. In the filter settings object, I am changing the filter type to filter bar so that the filter bar will be applied to the tree grid. I am removing the settings that have different filtering types. In the HTML template, I am removing the settings on those two columns that have different filtering types. Now I am saving the file. I run the sample using the command ng serve. You can view the default filter bar in the tree grid. Notice in the columns that the text box component is displayed for filtering purposes. For this task name column, I am going to replace this text box component with a drop-down list component. To start using the drop-down component, first I need to install the EJ Angular dropdowns package in my application using the command ng add Syncfusion EJ2 Angular dropdowns. Now all the necessary files for the drop-down list has been installed. In the appmodule.ts file, I am importing the drop-down list module from Syncfusion EJ2 Angular dropdowns and adding it to the imports array. Now I need to define the filter template using the dropdown component. As I plan to display the dropdown list component for the task name column, I am defining the ng template here with the id filter template. Within the template, I am adding the dropdown list component with the data source property assigned with the variable dropdown data and the change event assigned with an onChange method name. I added this change event because whenever I select a value in the dropdown list, I need to programmatically filter the resultant records on the tree grid. First, I will define the data source. In the app component class, I am creating a variable named dropdown data of type string array and assigning an empty array so that I can add values dynamically at runtime. I am creating a method get dropdown data with object array as parameter. I have added code to retrieve all the unique values from the task name field of the tree grid. Since the data source is hierarchical data, I need to loop all the levels and store them in the member variable dropdown data. Let me import this is null or undefined from the util package. In the ng onInit method, I am calling this get dropdown data method and passing data object as the parameter. In the HTML, I have already set the data source property, so I need to define this onChange event method now. In the app component class, I am adding a public method named onChange with change event args as the argument. I have imported the change event args from Syncfusion EJ2 dropdowns. Within this method, I am calling the triggered filter by column method by passing the field name, task name, the filter operator equal, and the filter value args.value. To use this triggered instance here in the app component class, in the HTML, I need to define an ID for this triggered. Let me name it triggered. In the app component class, I'm using the viewChild decorator and creating a public variable named triggered of type triggered component. I have imported the triggered component from Syncfusion EJ2 Angular triggered and viewChild from the Angular core package. In the task name column, you can see a drop-down list instead of a text box component. From this list, you can select any of the values and the tree grid will filter its records. In the same way, when I change the filter type to menu and save it, you can see the filter options change to menu filter. The default text box component is replaced with the given drop-down list. From here, you can select the required value, filters the tree grid. When I change the filter type to Excel and save it, you can see the filter changes to the Excel-like filter. While selecting the text filters option and selecting the equal option, you can see in this UI, the default text box component changed to the given drop-down list. In this way, you can customize the filter UI based on your application requirements. Finally, let me summarize the main points. We have seen how to add a custom component in the filter UI using the filter template for a column in the default filter bar. Then we looked at how it works in the menu filter and Excel-like filter. You can download this featured sample from the link provided in the below description. If you found this video useful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to get notifications for our new videos. Thanks for watching.